Hello, I'm Gavin Hoey, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can use 3 lights to create 3 different lighting effects. For example, how you can do this one, which is the classic 3-point lighting system. Or get that modern pure white background look. Or maybe even some real moody film noir type lighting. So let's start with the classic 3-point lighting. Now you'll see this lighting used in videos all the time, particularly when they're interviewing a person. It's exactly the same as we saw right at the beginning of this video. Now 3-point lighting, as the name suggests, requires 1, 2, 3 lights. And we're using the Super Softbox kit from Mick & which is a brilliant kit for this because it gives continuous lighting, flicker free, and being low energy lights as well, they're not hot for your subject. So let's start with our main light here. This is called the key light. It's the most important light because it's the one that's going to light your model. And for this one, I'm going to use all 4 bulbs that this lamp has. It's the brightest lamp of our set. Now the other side is the fill light. This is going to fill in the shadows that are going to be caused by that light. And we don't want it quite as bright, so this is going to have half brightness, so 2 lamps on. Finally, we've got one just above my head. That's called the hair light. You can guess what that does, I guess, by the name really. Exactly, it's going to light my hair. But not only my hair, but also my shoulders. And it's that little light there that really makes this 3-point lighting system look so good. Well, that's the theory, but let's see how these lights actually work individually with a proper background. So the lights are all set up. Let's have a look at the lights one by one. At the moment, there's only this one on my left hand side, the main key light that's turned on. Hence you're seeing this rather harsh lighting. Now this is kind of moody, rather stylish, but it's not the look we're going for today. Now that's around about 45 degrees, about 1.5 meters from me, well out of shot. Now the trouble with this is I'm getting great lighting on this side, but I'm getting lousy dark lighting on the other side. So to get rid of those heavy shadows, we're going to add the second light, which is the fill light. And that is just going to fill the light from the right hand side, it's going to fill the shadows and give much more even lighting. But it's not completely even, there is a difference between the two. Because that light is only half the power of our main light, you're finding that it will still get a little bit of darkness down one side. Now that just leaves one last light, just above my head there, just out of shot, and that's the hair light. Now at the moment my hair is kind of disappearing into the background a little bit, and my shoulders, well, they're there but they're not that clear. Turn on the hair light however and things change a little bit. Now we're getting a much more defined top to my head. It's not great hair but it's there nonetheless, and my shoulders, the tops here are now much better defined against the pure black background. Now we've got a pure black background there because it really does show how this 3-point lighting system really works. But you can do this with any background you like. But if you want to do this with a white background, well, the setup's just a little bit different. Let's have a look at that setup. Okay, so this time we've got the light set rather differently. Now we've got our 2 big lights that were our key light and our fill light. They're now behind me and they're there just to light the white background. Now they're both set to full power and they're both pointing at the white background. Our little boom light here is now our main light, our key light, as it's actually lighting the subject, me. So that's again on full brightness. But because it's a single overhead lamp, it is a little bit contrasty. There's a lot of downlight going on, so you're going to get some shadows underneath the chins. So it's worth investing in one of these. Now this is just a small reflector. You can get this from the Smick website. And if you place this just out of shot, but just underneath your subject, and angle it up underneath their chins, just like that, that will fill the light just underneath them and gives again a much more flattering light. Okay, so there we go. There's how you can do a white background using the same 3 light kits. Let's do one more. Let's go a little bit more moody, maybe a bit more film noir. Okay, so for the final lighting setup, we're going to go with that film noir look. Now, this looks great in black and white, but what we've got here is the same 3 lights, just set slightly differently. Okay, well let's start with our key light. Our key light is the one that's lighting me, and in fact it's the main light right here in front of me. Now I've got this turned down to half power, so it's not the brightest setting I can have it on. The brightest lamp is actually right at the back there. That is just illuminating the background. But because our background is pure black, or nearly pure black, having a little bit of light on there just lifts it to a bit of grey. And because I've got the light pushed right hard up against the background, it's giving some raking light across the background to really emphasise any texture that might be there at all. The third light is actually still above my head. It's the hair light, but this time it's placed further behind me and angled towards the camera. And that gives a little bit of rim lighting just around the back. Again, it's on its lowest possible setting, so just one single bulb illuminated. Now that looks pretty good, but do watch out for lens flare with this setup. Okay, so there we go. There's how you can set up film noir lighting, but of course no film noir would be correct without a suitable hat. And I have just the right hat for the occasion. That looks pretty good. Okay, so there we are. There's how you can use 3 lights to create 3 completely different lighting effects. For more information about the Super Softbox 3 light kit, check out the SMIC website at www.smick.co.uk. I'm Gavin Hoey. Thanks for watching.